According to the Cleveland Clinic, 1 in every 4 deaths in the United States is due to heart disease. And for people over 60, even everyday foods can quietly increase that risk. Let that sink in. You may be doing everything right. You're skipping fried foods. You're walking after dinner. Maybe you've even started eating more greens. But what if I told you that some of the very vegetables you trust, the ones sitting in your fridge right now, could slowly be pushing your heart toward failure? Hi, and welcome to Senior Health Advisor. Today's video is not meant to scare you. It's meant to protect you, because you deserve to live your golden years with a strong heart, clear mind, and steady feet. I'm sharing this because over the last decade, dozens of cardiology case studies and updated dietary guidelines from Harvard Medical School and the Mayo Clinic as of 2025 have shown a shocking truth. Not every vegetable is heart healthy for seniors. Some interfere with medications like warfarin or aspirin. Some are loaded with sodium, more than a bag of chips. Others contain hidden bacteria that younger bodies can fight, but older immune systems cannot. And the worst part? Most seniors don't even know they're at risk until it's too late. A minor stroke, a dizzy spell, a sudden fall, a medication that stops working without explanation. That's why I'm begging you, if you're over 60, to stay with me until the end of this video. Because I'm going to walk you through 5 vegetables that could silently be damaging your heart, how to avoid those risks, and the simple swaps that can help your heart get stronger, starting with your very next meal. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if this kind of research-backed health advice matters to you. And comment below with a 1 if you're watching this with curiosity, or a 0 if you're feeling skeptical, and I'll work hard to change your mind. Let's begin. The first vegetable may already be in your fridge, and it might be weakening your medication as we speak. What's considered healthy for a 30-year-old doesn't always work the same for someone in their 60s or beyond. And that's not your fault. It's biology. After the age of 60, our bodies undergo profound internal changes, some visible, others silent. Your digestion slows down. Your metabolism becomes less efficient. Your kidneys filter slower, and your liver breaks down medications differently. Even your gut lining, your first line of immune defense, gets thinner and more vulnerable to bacteria. That's why even some healthy foods can start acting differently inside your body, especially when combined with common senior medications. Take spinach, for example, loaded with vitamin K. That's fantastic unless you're on blood thinners like warfarin or apixaban. Then it can thicken your blood and weaken the medication's protection. And you'd never know until something serious happens. Or raw sprouts. They may seem fresh and crunchy, but seniors are far more susceptible to infections like E. coli or salmonella from these raw foods, which can quietly trigger heart inflammation or a dangerous drop in blood pressure. Even salt, something your younger self may have handled just fine, becomes a bigger threat. Your blood vessels are less elastic. Your kidneys can't remove excess sodium as well. That healthy vegetable soup with added salt or brine pickles, it may quietly push your blood pressure up day after day. And here's the kicker. Most seniors don't feel it happening. There's no fever, no warning light, no dramatic moment. Just slight fatigue, minor dizziness, occasional swelling in your ankles. And by the time your heart cries for help, it may already be under significant strain. This is why what you eat matters more after 60 than it ever did before. Your heart, your medication, your immune system, they're all talking to each other. The question is, are we listening? Up next, I'll show you the first vegetable that may be turning your good intentions into unexpected risk, and how you can keep your heart safe without giving up flavor. Let's begin with spinach, and a warning no one told you when you first got your prescription. Spinach, the poster child of clean eating. It's in your salad, your smoothie, maybe even your favorite soup. And for most people, it's a great choice. But if you're over 60 and taking a blood thinner like warfarin, Eliquis, or Xarelto, spinach might quietly be undoing your heart protection. Here's why. Spinach is rich in vitamin K, which helps your blood clot. That sounds healthy, and it is in moderation. But the problem is interaction. Vitamin K directly interferes with blood thinners, These medications are prescribed to prevent strokes, especially after heart attacks or if you have atrial fibrillation. They work by thinning your blood just enough to prevent clots. But when you suddenly increase your spinach intake, your blood gets thicker again. That smoothie, that spinach salad may cancel out your medication's effect. You feel fine. You have no symptoms. Until it's too late. Let me tell you about Janet, a 72-year-old woman who came into the ER with a mini stroke. Her meds were perfect. She never missed a dose. But her blood tests showed the meds weren't working anymore. She had started drinking spinach smoothies every morning. She was eating clean and never imagined it could lead to a clot in her brain. That's the hidden danger. Spinach isn't bad, but consistency matters. If your doctor prescribed a blood thinner, they expect your vitamin K intake to stay stable, not to swing from 0 one day to a salad bowl the next. So here's the advice. Don't avoid spinach completely, but don't spike your intake suddenly either. Keep your diet steady, and always tell your doctor if you're adding leafy greens often. Your medication and your food must work together, not against each other. And spinach isn't the only harmless veggie with a hidden impact. The next one may be in your sandwich, and it's loading your heart with more salt than a bag of chips. Let's talk about pickles. They're crunchy, they're tangy, and they sit right next to your sandwich like a harmless bonus. Pickles. But if you're over 60, especially if you've ever been told you have high blood pressure or heart issues, these little green slices might be doing more harm than good. You see, pickled cucumbers are soaked in brine, a mix of salt, vinegar, and preservatives. And it's not just a bit of salt. One medium dill pickle can contain up to 1,100 milligrams of sodium, nearly 70% of your entire daily limit in just a few bites. Now here's the truth doctors often tell patients too late. Salt isn't just a seasoning. It's a stressor. Too much sodium pulls more water into your bloodstream. That extra fluid raises your blood volume, puts pressure on your arteries, and forces your heart to work harder with every beat. Over time, this leads to hypertension, high blood pressure, arterial stiffening, and eventually, heart failure. I once treated a senior gentleman who ate well, grilled chicken, salads, low sugar, but he couldn't understand why his blood pressure remained stubbornly high. After a simple dietary review, we discovered the culprit. He was eating pickles with every meal, just 1 or 2 each time, but that small habit was silently loading his system with excess sodium every day. And that's the problem. Salt damage is silent. No warning signs, no pain, until it becomes a stroke, chest pain, or a frightening diagnosis. As we age, our kidneys slow down, and our arteries become more sensitive. Your body can't handle the same salt load it once did. So here's what you can do. If you love pickles, enjoy low-sodium versions. Rinse store-bought pickles to remove excess brine. Or better yet, flavor your meals with herbs, garlic, lemon juice, or apple cider vinegar. A meal shouldn't come with a hidden heart risk, so be cautious of what you keep on your plate, especially when it's pickled. And while salt silently raises pressure, the next vegetable might surprise you even more. It's red, it's fiery, and it's triggering stress responses inside your chest. Let's talk about red chili peppers. For many seniors, food isn't just food. It's memory, it's culture, it's comfort. And for millions, a bit of chili is what brings those meals alive. But if you're over 60, that fiery red chili pepper, the one you sprinkle into curries, soups, or even chew raw, may be quietly stressing your heart in ways you can't feel until it's too late. Let's talk about capsaicin, the spicy compound that gives chili its famous kick. Capsaicin stimulates your nervous system. It raises adrenaline, and it causes a surge in heart rate and blood pressure. Now, for a healthy 25-year-old, this might just mean a faster pulse. But in a 65-year-old with stiff arteries, a slightly enlarged heart, or borderline hypertension, this same reaction becomes dangerous. I've had patients in my clinic, seniors who suddenly experienced heart palpitations, dizziness after meals, or a terrifying tightness in their chest, all traced back to heavily spiced food. They didn't realize their body couldn't tolerate the heat anymore, not because the chili had changed, but because their cardiovascular system had. With age, your arterial lining becomes more fragile. Your heart can't bounce back as fast from stress. Infrequent intake of hot peppers may lead to chronic vascular inflammation, slowly wearing down the very pathways that keep your heart beating smoothly. Even more alarming, capsaicin may interact with beta blockers or medications that regulate heart rhythm, creating unpredictable blood pressure swings. So what can you do? You don't have to banish flavor. Instead, choose sweet bell peppers for color and crunch, turmeric and ginger for anti-inflammatory warmth, lemon, garlic, or herbs like thyme and rosemary to enhance taste without the cardiovascular toll. Remember, taste should excite your tongue, not ignite your arteries. And if you think spicy is risky, the next vegetable might shock you even more. Because it's a so-called natural medicine that millions of seniors use daily. But when eaten the wrong way, it may dangerously thin your blood. Let's talk about raw garlic and how it might turn healing into harm. For decades, garlic has been praised as a natural healer, a superfood for the heart. And yes, it's true. Garlic has benefits. It can lower cholesterol. It can thin the blood. It can support cardiovascular health. But here's the warning. Raw garlic, when eaten by seniors, especially those on heart medications, can become a silent threat. You see, raw garlic is a natural blood thinner. And when combined with anticoagulants like warfarin, aspirin, or Plavix, it can amplify their effect far beyond what's safe. That means your blood becomes too thin. Minor bruises turn into major bleeding. Nosebleeds last longer. And in severe cases, you face internal bleeding without even realizing it. I've had elderly patients walk into my clinic with dizziness, black stools, or dangerously low blood pressure, all while thinking they were eating clean. One woman, 72, had started swallowing a raw clove of garlic every morning, believing it would protect her heart. But she was also on a low dose of aspirin. Within weeks, she developed severe gastric irritation and showed signs of anemia, all linked to excessive blood thinning. And it's not just bleeding. Raw garlic, when taken in large amounts, can cause sudden drops in blood pressure, leading to dizziness when standing, fainting episodes, or poor circulation to the heart and brain. Here's the truth. Natural doesn't always mean safe, especially after 60. Your body processes food and medicine differently now. And what once gave strength may now require careful moderation. So what should you do? If you love garlic, use it cooked, sautéed, or roasted. Avoid swallowing raw cloves daily unless your doctor advises it. Always inform your physician before adding garlic as a supplement. Food is powerful, but just like medication, it must be handled wisely, especially when your heart is already working harder than it used to. And speaking of raw, the next vegetable on our list is often praised for its freshness, but could be hiding dangerous bacteria that your immune system can no longer fight. Let's talk about raw sprouts and how they might quietly put seniors at risk. They look fresh, they feel light, and they're often marketed as one of the cleanest, most nutrient-packed foods around. We're talking about raw sprouts like alfalfa, mung bean, or radish sprouts. For many seniors trying to eat clean, tossing a handful of sprouts on a salad or a sandwich feels like a smart move. But behind their delicate crunch hides a risk most people never see coming. And for adults over 60, it can be dangerous. The issue isn't the sprout itself, it's where and how it grows. Sprouts thrive in warm, moist environments. And unfortunately, so do dangerous bacteria like E. coli, Salmonella, and Listeria. Younger people with stronger immune systems may fight off mild infections. But seniors? Your body's ability to defend itself naturally begins to decline after 60. And what would have been a mild stomach bug at 30 could now lead to dehydration, sepsis, or even infection in the lining of your heart, a life-threatening condition called endocarditis. I've had elderly patients hospitalized after what seemed like just an upset stomach, only to discover their hearts were fighting an internal infection, triggered by something as simple as a raw sprout on a sandwich. It doesn't happen often, but when it does, it's serious. What makes sprouts so risky is that you can't see the problem. They look fresh. They smell fine. But the bacteria they carry are microscopic, and no amount of rinsing will remove them. That's why the CDC and FDA both advise seniors, pregnant women, and anyone with a weakened immune system to avoid raw sprouts altogether. So, does that mean you can never enjoy sprouts again? If you love them, just cook them. A quick steam or sauté is enough to kill bacteria while keeping most nutrients intact. Throw them in a stir-fry. Add them to a soup. Or warm them into a grain bowl with herbs and lemon. You can still enjoy freshness, but without risking your heart. Because remember, at this stage in life, even healthy foods need to be handled with senior strength wisdom. Up next, let's flip the page. If these are the veggies to avoid, which ones actually strengthen the heart after 60? And how can you tell which ones are safe? Let's move into the heart-friendly side of your plate. Now that we've uncovered the surprising dangers in your kitchen, you might be wondering, if even spinach and garlic have risks, what can I eat that's actually good for my heart? Great question. The truth is, after 60, your body doesn't just need healthy food. It needs food that's gentle on your system, that doesn't clash with medications, and that actively supports your heart, arteries, blood pressure, and energy. Let's walk through a few heart-healing heroes, vegetables that are not only safe, but actually protect your heart over time. 1. Steamed broccoli. Rich in antioxidants and fiber, broccoli helps lower cholesterol and supports arterial health. It also contains sulforaphane, a compound shown to reduce inflammation in blood vessels. The key? Lightly steam it. That keeps the nutrients intact and makes it easier to digest. 2. Sweet potatoes. These are a gentle source of complex carbohydrates. They're high in potassium, which helps balance sodium and regulate blood pressure. Unlike white potatoes, sweet potatoes are low glycemic, making them safer for blood sugar and heart strain. 3. Cooked tomatoes. Tomatoes are rich in lycopene, a powerful antioxidant linked to lower rates of heart disease. But here's the trick. Cooking tomatoes actually increases the amount of lycopene your body can absorb. So enjoy tomato soups, stews, or roasted slices drizzled with olive oil. 4. Legumes, beans, lentils, chickpeas. These plant proteins are naturally low in fat and rich in fiber, helping manage cholesterol and blood pressure. They also keep you full, preventing overeating and weight gain, which add extra load on the heart. 5. Sautéed kale or spinach, in moderation. Yes, leafy greens still have value. The key is consistency and preparation. Sautéed greens reduce oxalate levels and are easier on digestion. Remember, you're not giving up flavor. You're choosing foods that love your heart back. And guess what? They can be absolutely delicious with herbs like rosemary, garlic, cooked, turmeric, or a squeeze of lemon. Coming up next, now that you know what to eat, let's talk about how to prepare it safely and how to balance these heart-healthy choices with your medication and daily habits. So you now know which vegetables support your heart. But here's something most seniors miss. It's not just what you eat. It's how you prepare it, portion it, and combine it. Even healthy foods can become risky if eaten the wrong way. Let's go over 4 simple rules that can make all the difference. 1. Steam, don't fry. Light steaming softens vegetables without stripping nutrients. Unlike frying, it avoids added fats and salt, and it's gentler on digestion. Steamed broccoli, kale, and carrots are especially good for seniors with sensitive stomachs or heart concerns. 2. Portion is power. You don't need a mountain of greens or a bowl full of garlic to get benefits. Start with half a cup of legumes, 1 cup of cooked vegetables, or 1/4 of an avocado per serving. More isn't always better, especially if you're on medications. 3. Read the labels every time. Pickles, canned veggies, and healthy soups often hide high sodium. Look for low sodium or no salt added versions. A good rule: aim for less than 140 milligrams of sodium per serving. 4. Talk with your doctor or pharmacist. If you're on blood thinners, blood pressure meds, or diuretics, some vegetables like spinach or garlic can affect how these drugs work. Share your meal plan. Adjust as needed. This simple step can prevent dangerous interactions before they start. Light bulb small adjustments done consistently are more powerful than big, dramatic changes. So eat with confidence. Cook with care. And always remember, food is not just fuel. It's your daily dose of heart medicine. If food is fuel, then lifestyle is the rhythm that keeps your heart in harmony. You don't need a gym membership or an extreme plan. Just a few small habits practiced consistently can transform your heart health. Here's how. 1. Hydrate, even when you're not thirsty. As we age, our thirst signals weaken, but our need for hydration increases. Drink 6 to 8 glasses of water daily. Even mild dehydration can raise your blood pressure, strain your heart, and increase fatigue. Add slices of cucumber, lemon, or berries to your water for flavor and extra antioxidants. 2. Eat slowly, breathe deeply. Many seniors eat quickly without realizing it, which spikes blood sugar, pressures digestion, and tires the heart. Try this. Put your fork down between bites. Chew at least 10 to 15 times per bite. This helps with digestion and gives your heart time to handle nutrient flow more gently. 3. Move gently but move often. Even a 10-minute walk after meals can improve blood flow, digestion, and glucose control. Chair stretches, gardening, or simply walking laps indoors count too. The goal isn't to sweat. It's to keep the blood moving and joints flexible. 4. Sleep like it's medicine. Poor sleep increases inflammation, raises cortisol, and burdens the heart. Aim for 7 to 8 hours of calm, dark, screen-free sleep. If you snore or feel tired despite sleeping, get checked for sleep apnea. It's often missed in seniors and strains the heart. When you hydrate, move gently, rest fully, and eat mindfully, your heart thanks you every day. You don't need perfect days. You just need better habits, one small step at a time. Your heart has been working quietly, faithfully, for over 6 decades. It's beaten more than 2 billion times, without ever asking for anything in return. But today, it's asking for your attention. Not in fear, not in guilt, but with hope. Because you have time. Because even small changes, eating smarter, cooking with care, avoiding hidden dangers, can reverse silent damage. I've seen it happen. Seniors who were exhausted, overwhelmed, or worried that their heart would never get better, come back stronger, more balanced, more energized, and most importantly, more independent. Not because they became health experts, not because they did everything perfectly, but because they chose to care just a little more, starting with what's on their plate. And you can too. So here's my gentle challenge to you. Review your diet. Make one new heart-smart change this week. Share this video with someone you care about. It might help their heart too. Now I'd love to hear from you. What's one insight from this video that you plan to apply? Leave in the comments. I read every single one. And if you found even one tip helpful, just type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0 and tell me how I could do better next time. That way, we can grow together. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and the bell. Because every week, I bring simple, trustworthy advice to help you age stronger, safer, and with dignity. This is Senior Health Advisor, and I'm honored to be part of your journey. Until next time, stay kind to your body, and your heart will return the favor.